Okay, and we do want to turn to the Mediterranean, where a drone attack on a British military base in Cyprus is adding to concerns of a widening regional conflict. The drone hit the base around midnight local time. The president of Cyprus and the UK Defence Ministry says it caused limited damage and no casualties. Now, that base hasn't been targeted since a rocket attack by Libyan militants in 1986. And the CBC's Anna Cunningham joins us now live from outside the UK Parliament in London, where just a short time ago, Prime Minister Keir Starmer addressed MPs on the situation in the Middle East, referencing, of course, that strike in Cyprus as well. Anna, the U.S. president is not happy with Prime Minister Starmer delaying his decision until late Sunday to allow the U.S. to use British military bases. What did Starmer say on that front?
Yeah, I mean, the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, in his statement to the House of Commons, made it very clear that the UK is not involved, was not involved initially in the US-Israeli strikes and is not involved now. However, he was explaining, putting forward his reasoning for changing his mind on that request that came from the US to use British military bases. And we did hear late on Sunday that he was giving permission to the US. But let's take a listen to what Prime Minister Starmer said a short time ago in the Commons.
President Trump has expressed his disagreement with our decision not to get involved in the initial strikes. But it is my duty to judge what is in Britain's national interest. That is what I've done, and I stand by it. But, Mr. Speaker, it is clear that Iran's outrageous response has become a threat to our people, our interests, and our allies.
Now, what Prime Minister Starmer did add is that they will keep this under review and they will update the Commons if anything changes. But he made it very clear, Alfie, that Britain is only looking at the defensive approach and it is not getting involved in the offensive. That was something that he reiterated, and he said that it was in a collective defence that they were looking at the moment. We understand there's about 300,000 Brits currently in the Middle East.
Now, Anna, we're also hearing more about 2 drones that were reportedly intercepted at the British military base in Cyprus. We were mentioning that. What do you know about this latest incident?
Yeah, this is RAF Akrotiri. It is actually a British overseas territory. It's in southern Cyprus. And late on Sunday, there were 2, we're told, Iranian-made drones that were heading for the base. One was intercepted, the other one was actually hit the base. But then 12 hours later, again, a second attempt, and we're told that 2 drones were intercepted there. Now, we know that the families of military personnel on that British base have now been moved elsewhere. We're also hearing that Greece has said it is now sending a warship, 2 warships to Cyprus, along with 2 extra fighter jets as well. So it's something which certainly the British Parliament is keeping a very close eye on.
Thanks for this, Anna. That is the CBC's Anna Cunningham in London.